Here is a quick video for you on how to wedge clay to prepare it for the pottery wheel. I'm going to start with a chunk of clay. This is about 3 pounds of clay, maybe 2.5. And when I'm working, I'm going to work on a surface that is wood, but then I've stretched canvas over top of the table so that way as I'm wedging the clay, I won't get stuck to the surface. The other thing that I do before I start wedging the clay is I scrape the area like this to make sure that I don't have any dried pieces of clay already stuck to the surface. Because if those end up in the clay, then it makes it difficult later when you're working with it on the pottery wheel. When you start wedging, you want to push through the clay and roll it. So I'm bringing it up onto the nose. My hands are staying on the side and I'm rolling the clay. This type of wedging is called ram's head wedging because as you're working, it will look a little bit like a ram's head. So again, my hands stay on the side of the clay and I bring it up on its nose and I'm just rolling it through like this. We wedge our clay for a couple different reasons. Most importantly, it's to get the air pockets out of the clay. So that's why you want to be careful to keep your hands on the side of the clay when you're working and to roll it. You don't want to fold it over on itself like kneading bread, as that will put air into the clay. What we're doing is we're trying to press the air out of the clay. The other reason we're wedging the clay is clay itself has flat little platelets that sit on top of each other like this. And so we're getting those spinning into a circle before we even put it onto the pottery wheel. When you wedge your clay, a piece of clay this size, I usually wedge 30 to 40 times. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And as you're working, you can stop periodically, and it's down in this area here where you will see your air pockets popping. Once you've done it 30 to 40 times, you'll want to take the clay and roll it into a tube shape. So being careful not to put more air pockets into the clay. So I'm just pushing down and rolling it. And then when you've got something that's roughly a bit of a tube shape, then you're going to put it up onto one end and flatten it. So this area here where it's flat is where I'm going to attach it onto the pottery wheel. So it's roughly a cone shape when you start. The next video, I will show you how to create a basic cylinder on the pottery wheel.